So, without further ado, I won't be one of those, MCs who are like, yes, clap more! But please, give a round of applause for a man who needs no introduction, who has ink flowing through his veins, who creates a story every single time he opens his mouth, Mr. Sam Carr!
All right, so I'm running on caffeine and tequila right now, so if I start vomiting and crying, just roll with it, all right? So, I have an enemy, which I feel very fortunate because not only is this a physical enemy, this is a metaphorical, philosophical enemy. I can sum this enemy up in 2 words. These 2 words have gotten me into fights, have alienated me from people, and I'm pretty sure has prevented me from getting laid multiple times. What are those 2 words? Fuck Dolphins! Let me back up. I used to like dolphins when I was a little kid. Then when I was 16, I got a job in high school, a summer job working at SeaWorld. And if you've ever been behind the scenes at SeaWorld, they got these little dolphin tanks where they keep individual dolphins in their little cells. And each of them get a little ball or Nerf football or whatever to bounce around so they don't go crazy. And they say, if the ball gets knocked out, just toss it back in. So I'm walking to work one day, and there's a ball on the ground. I go up, run up to the little dolphin's pen, put it in there, and I hold out my fist, a little international kind of, hey, give me a sniff, I'm cool kind of thing with the animal. He swims up to me. Son of a bitch bites me right on the hand. I flip out. And I punch that motherfucker right in that rubbery melon he calls a head. After enough punches, it swims off. And I've just got these peg marks, stupid little teeth, all over my hand. Now, when I try to describe the feeling, I guess the word betrayal comes to mind, but that does not encompass what has just happened. See, when you're a little kid growing up, you have a very clear concept of good animals and bad animals. You've got your bad animals. You got spiders, you got chihuahuas, you got the guys with the cobra heads from Dino Riders, you've got that horse that raped Blondie, all that kind of stuff. And you've got your good animals. You've got the orangutan from the Clint Eastwood movie that, beat up all those bikers. You've got, cool dogs like Labs, stuff that can play. And on the top of that list was dolphins. The natural order had just come down and told me to suck a high hard one. It was like turning on the History Channel and finding Stalin jowls deep into Eleanor Roosevelt in a clown porn. You know what you're seeing is wrong, but it's so massive you have no way of describing it. That is what just happened to me. So I run off to work with my hand in my pocket, and they're like, what's wrong? Because I know. If I told them I punched a dolphin, even though, I was the one protecting myself, my ass would be out of there. Now you might ask yourself, all right, if you've got a physical enemy, how's this philosophical? I mean, it's just personal bitch with one dolphin. When, sometimes when you meet people for the first time in a class, rehab, whatever, you're asked to, stand up, introduce yourself. And I go, oh, my name is Sam, I'm 25. And I punched a dolphin. Universally, I met with one response. Oh my God. That's where the philosophical argument comes in. It's called a fixed reality. To everyone, dolphins are the good guys. They're flipper, they're adorable. And they go, oh, well, dolphins save people. Well, actually, in Florida, a dolphin once raped a man to death. No. But dolphins rescue swimmers. They jump around and play. They actually are the only other species that practices gang rape. And in Scotland, they've discovered that dolphins like to kidnap porpoise babies and murder them for fun. But even when I say this, even when I tell this to people, they're like, oh, no, you're wrong. This is just a personal bitch. That's not real, it's not true. You see, a fixed reality is one of the worst things that can happen in the world. When you talk about murder, that's someone saying, you don't belong in my reality. when you've got some redneck in a NASCAR hat dragging some guy behind his truck for 5 miles and killing him just because he likes to fuck people he doesn't like, it's that redneck saying, your sex doesn't belong in my reality. A fixed reality is the source of so much intolerance and just awful, awful shit that happens in this world. And yet I still keep trying. And again, and again, and again, nothing. I'm sure there's some of you out there right now going, whatever, Sam, fuck off, you know. You and your Dolphins, whatever. But I don't think it's ever going to stop for me. You know, you got to keep going. You got to keep trying. You got to keep telling and just raging at people. Please, for the love of God, just listen. The Dolphins are not so great. It's like being a goddamn bird and just slamming straight into a window and then getting up and going, you know what? I'm going to try that window again. I'm sure this time it's going to work out. Every time. Every time. It's like being that person getting rolled up on by the campus preacher telling you you're going to hell. And you go, well, hell's such a loose definition and, you know, what you say is, you know, it's metaphorical. No, you're going to hell. Well, fuck. You know, so I keep trying in the hope that one day there's going to be someone in the audience that goes, you know what, Sam? Maybe you're right. And on the flip side, just so you don't think I'm a total prick, I'm holding my breath for the day that someone stands up and goes, Sam, you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe you're right.